My fellow Singaporeans, very good morning. I'm Lim Tean, the leader of the People's Voice, and I have led a team to Bendemeer, which is part of Jalan Besar GRC this morning, to distribute bread to the residents of blocks 31 and 32, which is next to the Bendemeer Food Centre and Market. And my colleague Lim Tean has led another group to McPherson, and they are doing the same thing there. Now, we have had a chance to speak to many residents during this visit, and the picture is not a happy one, unfortunately. I have to say that. Many of the residents here are struggling, and they are unhappy that at a time of crisis like this, what we have been through for the last 15 months, the government is actually not lending a bigger helping hand. What we have seen is that in the last budget, Heng Swee Keat and the PAP are only too eager to take back what little they gave out last year. And it was little, my friends. It was not a lot. They may have claimed that they were ready to spend $100 billion or whatever figure they were touting, but go and do the sums, and you will realize how little actually flowed down to the common man. It is a shame, my friends. It is a big shame. We can do a lot better than that. You know, what are the reserves of Singapore? It is not a secret. Everybody in Parliament pretends that it is a secret. But if you do the math, as People's Voice has done, Lim Tean has done the math, we have reserves of at least 1.48 trillion. 1.48 trillion, my friends, not billions, trillions. If you invest that, any investment manager, fund investment manager, would be able to get at least 5% a year. If he can't, he's not worth his salt. Now, what does that give you? That gives you $74 billion a year easily of spending power. And you know, it is a shame, my friends, that for a supposed advanced country like Singapore, with that type of money, we are not able, or this government is unwilling to provide universal health care and universal education. And that is why the inequality in our society today is shocking. Because the government policies over the last few decades have ensured that the rich are going to get richer. The not so well-to-do are going to be left behind. If you have programs such as universal healthcare, universal education, you are going to dramatically close the inequality gap. You know, a few years ago, the PAP made a lot of noise about how inequality was the number one problem, how steps had to be taken to close the gap. Today, they don't talk about it anymore, do they? No, they have replaced it with other jargon, which nobody understands. So Taman talks about social mobility. Yes, if you don't close the inequality gap, you are never going to have significant social mobility. That's my answer to him. All right? And you know, with 74 billion, you not only can provide universal health care, universal education, you have a lot of spare change left over from that. Spare change which you can use to help Singaporeans. And again, that is a common complaint we have heard today. Singaporeans have no jobs, are losing jobs, right? PV, and I am sure the other opposition parties will support us on this as well. And because they have a common stance as well. We will use Singapore money to support Singapore talent and make sure that our people have good jobs. You know, the past 1 week or the past 10 days have been devoted to this fiasco of the PAP leadership renewal. I'm telling you, my friends, don't waste your time. It does not matter if it is Chan Chun Sing or Ong Ye Kang or Lawrence Wong or Desmond Lee. All right? I'm telling you, it is not going to make a difference. Any one of these four becoming prime minister is not going to make your lives any better. It is time our country embarks on a new direction. I do not have time in this video to tell you the full details, but I'll give you the broad direction. It must be a direction in which our people are well taken care of, our retirees and people who have fallen on hard times, and we have met so many of them in this area, are given dignity in their lives. I thank you for listening to me, and I hope to speak to you again very, very soon. Thank you.